Welcome back, little monkey fans. Today my little monkey and I are going to swing on over to the creative branch and show you how to make a super bouncy ball. The Creatology bouncing ball kit comes with 2 fun molds, 16 bags of crystal powder, 2 cups, and 16 resealable bags, just in case we have any leftover powder. And it looks like there's 2 fun molds. One looks more like an octagon shape, and one is just a straight circle. Let's start making our super bouncy balls. We have opened up our bouncy ball package, and inside we had 8 magnificent colors. You can see all of them here. Very, very colorful. They actually came in individual packages, and we've just dumped them into our own little containers here so we can see for display purposes all of the wonderful colors that we got. And then it did come with these 2 cups over here, which we aren't going to use because we've decided to use these clear containers of our own. Then we have the resealable little envelopes, and if we have any leftover crystals, we can slide that into there and seal it up. This will just fold over and stick so we don't make a mess in having the crystals dump all over, and can reuse them and make more super bouncy balls another day. Then we have our 2 molds. We have our octagon shape because there's 8 different sides on here. And then we have our round mold. And you can see in both of the molds that there are little pinholes, and what's going to happen is once we pour some crystals inside of here, we're going to put them in water, and it's actually going to allow the water to soak in here and help dissolve all of the wonderful crystals that we're going to fill up for our super bouncy balls. Little monkey, what color of super bouncy ball should we make today?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple.
So a rainbow super bouncy ball?
Yes!
I think that sounds like a cool idea. And what we're going to do is we're going to use one of our trusty craft homemade funnels, and we've got it all taped up and ready to go. If you would like to make a funnel for yourself so you reduce how much crystals spill out, you take a regular piece of paper and just start to gently fold over the one end, and the goal is to try and make one end more narrow than the other one. So this one's much more narrow, and then it opens up to something bigger on this side, and then you can tape it up and reuse it as many times as you want. And so we're going to use the one that we already have here, just like this. Little monkey, what shape of super bouncy ball are we going to make today? Would you like to make an octagon shape or a circle shape?
Octagon.
Octagon. Okay, so we're just going to move this back out of the way, and you can grab your first color there, and let's start to pour. Good. Next color. We're just going to gently shake this as we dump some in. A little bit more, yeah. Good. Okay, next color. Good. And then green. Good. Let's check this out. So you can see that we have a little bit of space left, and we can get some of your blue and hopefully some purple in. Okay. And some purple. Good. I think we're all filled up here. We are. So when we're pouring in the crystals, we don't want to go up into this upper spout area. We want to keep it below, because if we have it come all the way to the top of the container itself, then we will have a very funny shaped ball on this end, and it won't allow it to bounce quite as much as we would like it to. So we've got our container all filled up, and now we're going to put it in water. So we're going to just move that out of the way for a moment. We've just got a clear container here so we can try and see it, and we're going to place this in the water, and I'm going to hold it while I pour some of the water in because we don't want to go over the top of the lid. And this is just cold water. You can use cold or warm. And that looks like enough there. And so as we leave it in the water, it's going to start to seep in and start to dissolve those crystals. And now we need to leave it for about 5 minutes, the instructions told us. While we're waiting for this one to finish soaking up the water, let's create another one here. We can create the circle one. So little monkey, what color would you like to make for our circle?
Orange, yellow, and pink.
All right, grab your first color. Let's fill this up.
I'm gonna grab my beautiful orange.
I want a little more than that. Okay. And then yellow. Let's see how much. So you're only about half, so I don't know if you want to do more yellow or add a fourth color. More yellow? Good. And then what's the last color? Oh, pink. Okay, let's check it. Oh, we've got a little bit too much there, so we will clear that off and we will reduce the amount that we have in there. So we're just going to use the end of our funnel and scrape some of that back out because we don't want it to come up into that top funnel part on the container itself. So, and we'll just shake it down there and clean that up. And there we go. We've got one that's right to the top of that container, and we can actually just tuck this right back in to the water bowl here, and we can have both making at the same time. The green one is finished, so we're going to lift that right out and let some of the water drip off. The instructions actually advise us to leave it to sit for a few minutes before we take it out of the mold, and I think that's to make sure that it has a little chance to start to dry and maybe it won't be as sticky to the mold. So we're going to set that right there. Going to give the blue one a couple of minutes, and then we can open up both and see what kind of balls we have inside. The blue one is now finished, so we're going to take that up, let some of the water drip off again, and we will let this one sit here while we open up the green one. So are you ready? You just pull this apart, it unsnaps one side and then the other side.
Wow, look at that cool ball!
It is so beautiful. It's a little bit wet. The instructions say that we need to let it sit and dry a little bit further once it's out of the mold, but look at all those awesome colors. And it's very beautiful octagon shape. Very, very bright colors. That looks cool. So we're just going to set that in our little container here, and we will let that dry. We'll set that right up there so you can see all the ones that we have drying and ready to go. And we will give this blue one just a couple more minutes in the container, and then we'll take that one out and check it out too. The blue one should be finished. Let's take that out of the mold and check it out. Still a little bit sticky. We'll need to let this one dry a bit. Look at that, little monkey.
Wow, that's the awesomest ball I've ever seen.
Look at it, it's awesome. It is still a little bit tacky, which means a little bit sticky because it is a little wet. So we're gonna need to put this up here and let that one dry as well. So we'll put that up there and let that dry. It looks so great. That one's got the 3 colors. It looks so pretty. Well, that was pretty easy. Now that we've shown you one of each of the shapes, we're gonna continue to make some more, and we'll come back and show you once we're all finished. We have our last octagon shaped one here. We're going to just pop it open from the mold. It's ready to come out. Wow, look at that purple and blue together.
That looks pretty.
It looks so pretty, you're right. These are the coolest things ever. So we're going to let this one dry up a bit, and then we're going to have a little contest here, and we're going to see which bounces the highest, the round ones or the octagon shaped ones. So while that's still sticky, we will make some room up here in our little tray, and we will let that dry, and then we will do the bounce off. So we just need to put the balls into the cups, raise them up, and on the count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Octagon definitely won
wins.
that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Whoa!
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Whoa!
So I am absolutely amazed that our octagon-shaped bouncy ball bounced way higher than the round one. I thought with all of these angles that it would have been too wacky of a bounce and went all over the place, but actually I think it ended up being a little bit softer than our round balls, and it ended up bouncing way, way higher every time we tried it. So little monkey, out of all the little balls that we made today, which is your absolute favorite color?
The pink rainbowed one.
The pink rainbow one. So the pink with the yellow and the orange?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is super bright and really, really pretty. The one I like best is when we tried to add some glitter to, because I was pretty happy to see that the glitter showed up very, very nicely. So we've got a little bit of a glitter ball there. So why don't you leave us a comment and tell us which is your favorite Super Bouncy Ball color that we made here today.
Thanks for watching.
To join all the fun up in our treetop, please subscribe to Little Monkey Media's channel.